friends, my name is Nyasha Denere and I'm going to be taking you in this course Microgreens for Beginners. Therefore, I welcome you all in this module. In this module, we're going to learn a lot of things that you need to know for you to start to grow microgreens. So the first thing that you need to know is what are microgreens, because we really understand that people in Africa, they don't know what microgreens are. So what are microgreens? These are the smallest versions of vegetables that you know that are sown and harvested within the period of 6 to 21 days. They would have matured. Therefore, microgreens are vegetables that are highly nutritious and flavorful. A study which was carried in America shows that microgreens contain more nutrients, maybe 3 times more than our usual vegetables that we know. This is why people need to consume a lot of microgreens. Therefore, microgreens can be in the form of vegetables that you know, like lettuce, and you can also grow microgreens from herbs like cilantro, or some in Zimbabwe we call it coriander or dania. So I am going to be taking you in this chain, and I hope you're all going to enjoy it. The thing is, microgreens are usually done by urban farmers because they won't be having enough space to grow mature vegetable. They need bigger spaces. But for urban farmers, even in your room, even in your kitchen, even on a windowsill, even outdoors, you can grow tons and tons of microgreens. This is why I want to teach you how to grow your own food at home and also making a living out of growing microgreens. So urban farmers, they make use of what we call vertical farming, where they grow their vegetables going up like this. This is vertical farming. Why? We want to maximize our production and to maximize our sales revenue and profitability. So I know that you are all going to enjoy this lesson. Therefore, stay tuned and we'll be dishing out what you need to understand about microgreens growing. Growing started in America just because the people in Chicago, they didn't have enough spaces to grow all the vegetables that they wanted. Therefore, they started doing this indoors and on their windowsills. And today, the microgreens business has become a very big business, which is becoming a multi-billion-dollar business, and it is growing like wildfire in developed countries. This is why we are trying to introduce it also here in developing countries. The reason why people are growing microgreens is because they need to enhance their health and well-being. They need to eat flavorful food. They need to present their food using microgreens. Microgreens come in a variety of colorful vegetables and herbs. Therefore, if you are a chef, you can make use of microgreens to present your food to the consumers, and they will definitely like it. This is why people are growing microgreens, and now it is becoming a very wonderful and big business in other countries, even in South Africa. This is an example which is near us that you can motivate or inspire us to get started or to like the idea of growing microgreens. Yes, I can now feel it that you desperately want to start. But let me tell you, you cannot just start without knowing something which is very important. And what is it? It is the characteristics of a successful microgreens grower. Do you know that farming is like taking care of babies? So if you have a baby which is less than maybe 5 years, you need to take great care. Same applies to growing microgreens. You need to be a caregiver. Microgreens are so fragile, like a glass. So you need to take good care of them so that you don't make losses in terms of your inputs like seeds. to shock you, do you know that I can even make a loss of 100 US just because seeds did not germinate well, or just because maybe a disease can just manifest in my production plant. So that's the thing that we need to take care of as microgreens growers. So the first thing is, a microgreens grower needs to be someone who is very patient. You need to learn stage by stage, and you know what, you are going to fail the first time you try it. You have to fail. You try the next time, you fail. You try the third time, you fail. Why? It's not because what you're going to learn is wrong. It is because each and every country and each and every place, even each and every room, has its own growing demands. And also each and every seed has its own growing demand. So you need to keep on doing that thing over and over and over again, so that you determine the best environment and requirements for a certain seed, so that you become a successful grower. That's why I am saying you need to be patient, you need to be resilient, you need to be persevering, and you need to be persistent, and you also need to focus all your attention on what you are doing. So you need to have determination and willpower. What does that mean? It means you don't need to let someone do this thing first before you give yourself all the time to say, I want to do this myself. So if you have maybe a housekeeper, don't think that housekeeper will be able to do this for you. You have to take care of your plants yourself every day. So like myself, before I go to work, I make sure that I visit where I do my things. I make sure that everything is in order, even though there's someone who is also going to be taking care of all those things. So at times you always come there after me. He doesn't know that I also go there every day. He doesn't know that. Why? Because I always want to come up with something that is successful. So this is what I'm telling you. You need to be resilient. You need to be focused. You need to be like innovative. You must find your innovative way of growing your microgreens that is cheaper and that is exciting to do, and that can give you a lot at a very small confined space. So innovation is the most important thing, and you also need to be explorative and experimental. So you need to do a lot of experiments every day, even with the seeds that you know, just because with those experiments you can also come up with new ways of doing things. Like, let me tell you, I learned about microgreens growing using YouTube and blogs. But now, yes, all what I've learned, I've teach them. Why? Just because I found my own ways of doing microgreens that are cheaper for me, that are suitable for the environment which is in Manicaland and which is in an area where I stay. And like if you're using hydroponics, for example, you need to test your water for pH. For me, I don't even test for pH. I have the pH meter, but I'm no longer using it because I just realized that the bowl of water that we're using is around 6. It is just good for microgreens growing. So every day you are going to be learning new things as you keep doing microgreens, and you're also going to learn about the best microgreens that are needed by consumers in your area. So it's not about this beginner's guide only. After learning nitty-gritties in this beginner's guide, you are not going to stop. You need to keep on going so that you learn more things. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it on the first day of our microgreens beginner's guide. So I hope you have enjoyed our videos, and I hope you are going to enjoy all the information that I'm going to give you. But just bear in mind that you can become a successful microgreens grower who can even earn a living and can support other people to become successful microgreens growers. But the most important thing is you are not going, what you need to know is you're not going to make millions of dollars in a day, or thousands of dollars in a day, even hundreds of dollars. You have to spare a lot of time for this. You need a lot of experiments. I started learning about microgreens growing, and my first attempts for that first year in 2016, I was just making errors each and every day, and I started making a sale in 2018. So I'm not saying this is also going to happen to you. Maybe since you now have someone or other people who are doing the same thing in Zimbabwe or in Africa, it can be easy for you to just go and knock at someone's door to get help. But for me, it was difficult. I didn't have money. I could not go to pay on the internet so that I can get this. So I was just using free videos like this. But these free videos, to tell you the truth, is they're not going to give you everything that you need to know. Some of the things are going to be edited so that you just find it yourself that this is what needs to be done. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have liked it, and I hope you are going to, and I definitely know that you are going to subscribe to our channels. So guys, I urge you to subscribe to our channel, just because whenever you subscribe, we are going to be sharing out more and more videos on microgreens growing beside this free guide. So what it means is, when you are subscribed to our channel, what it means is every time we are going to be sharing about what to grow how to grow a specific microgreens. So for example, let's say we want to grow cilantro. What it means is we have to have a specific procedure or a guide that we use that will help us grow microgreens. So we have each and every seed has its own demands and needs. So in this free guide, we are just going to let you know the basics, but there are things that are very important that you need to understand, that you need to know, that you're supposed to know, and you can only know this if you get to subscribe to our channel, so that we can teach you more things each and every day that you need to know, so that you keep on continuing learning and learning and learning each and every day.